Welcome, friends. It's Ray. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so sorry I have been missing in action. I have been on vacation and getting my daughter off to school, so I haven't posted. I'm now getting back into the swing of things, so you should be seeing more of me now that vacation is over. Also, stay tuned for my subscriber giveaway. I have reached 1,100. Over 1,100 subscribers here on YouTube, so I want to celebrate and give away some nice prizes. September also happens to be my birth month, so I want to celebrate. Just celebrate. So stay tuned for more details in an upcoming video. Remember, you can use the YouTube gear setting to speed up the video if you'd like to do that, or to slow it down. I will also show some prompts so that you can skip ahead to certain sections if that's what you'd like to do. In today's video, I'm going to be using the SheetLoad of Cards by Call Me Crafty. This is the July 2024 sketch design. She creates a design, one design a month, so that you can use 12 by 12 pattern paper, 2 sheets, and then some cardstock, and you will get 8 cards. Okay, or if you want to do just a single card, you can do just that single card. All right, and this July edition is 5 by 7, so that one really stood out to me because I love making 5 by 7 cards. So today I am going to use this Crafter's Companion Jingle All the Way 6 by 6 paper. So I have a lot of 6 by 6 paper, so I thought because this is 5 by 7, and you can see in terms of the dimensions, the largest pattern paper piece is 6 by 4, and then the other is 6 by 3/4. So this is perfect for 6 by 6 paper, but of course it's designed for 12 by 12. So you can use either. You can even use 6 by 8 if that's what you have. Today I'm going to show you how to do it with this 6 by 6 paper pad. This is really pretty. So with the 6 by 6 paper pad, you're going to need 8 sheets. Okay, so these are really pretty. This Jingle All the Way by Crafter's Companion just came out. When I saw it, because it's got this antique-y feel, I thought, let me pick that up. I love that. I wasn't looking to pick up anything new for Christmas because I have so much stuff, but I did splurge here. Look at how beautiful these papers are. So I am going to pick out 8 of these designs. Just wanted to share all of them with you. Look at that. That's beautiful. If you like that type of feel for Christmas, which I do. Love it. Yes, so there are 12 different designs and 3 each of those 12 designs. Beautiful. Okay, I also picked up and will use in this video this Jingle All the Way sentiment. It's a big sentiment. I love that. And it is an acrylic stamp, and I usually don't buy anything but photopolymer, but I like this so much. And if I recall, when I stamp with these, I just need to not stamp so hard or press so hard because they will spread easier, and so that will distort my image easier. So I've got to remember that as we stamp. And then I also got, this is an acrylic stamp, the Jingle Bells. I thought that was just adorable. And you can, color that up for your cards. So I and then I also got this waffle flower happy holidays die, because sometimes my husband and I send cards a little late, or we forgot somebody and we're going to send out a card, and we'd rather it say happy holidays than Merry Christmas, especially if it's getting to the recipient by the new year. So I picked that up. Not sure whether I'm going to use it in today's cards or not. These papers are so pretty, but I did manage to pick out 8 of the 12 designs that I wanted to use today. Lovely. And how I chose them is I made sure that they had a pattern on the back versus, say, a wood grain pattern. So I didn't pick any like this because I know that I'm going to be using this back also for the smaller pieces of pattern paper. So I wanted to make sure that I had other than a wood plank design for today's cards. So just wanted to show you that for my 5x7 card mat, I am using Basil 12 by 12 paper, and this one's called Aspen. Okay, so here is my 5-inch mark. So if I cut it 5 inches by 12, then I can get one card mat here, and then I can get 2 here, okay, because this is going to be 7 inches here left, so I can get 2 5x7s out of this side. So a total of 3 from this 12 by 12 paper. And here for my embossing, I'm going to use my Versamark clear embossing ink, my Pink and Main anti-static powder. Okay, and then Wow Metallic Gold Superfine embossing powder. And I am going to be embossing on my 40-pound vellum. This is by Basil. Oops, let's get that back in frame. So 40-pound vellum Basil. And I love this. I will also be using my Simon Says Stamp Craft Glue Stick to stick my vellum to my cardstock. So here I'm placing my 6x6 paper into my paper trimmer at 5.5, and I'm going to cut that half off first, and we're not going to use that, but we'll save it for maybe a scraps to butte card. But I cut it to 5.5, and then I'm going to move my trimmer 3 of those squares, which is 3/4 of an inch, and cut that off. Do the same, move it to the 4-inch mark and cut off another 3/4 of an inch. And then now I'm left with my 4x6 piece. So I like to cut it that way. It makes it easier to cut those smaller pieces. Now I will go off camera, cut all of my other pieces, and come back. Here I've placed my vellum in the top right corner of my MISTI, applied some anti-static powder so that I don't get embossing where I don't want it, and then inked up my stamp with Versamark embossing ink, and inking that up and stamping it again. And I did use my magnets because I'm finding either my waffle flower grip mat is a little, needs cleaning, or I need, or it's not sticking well for just the vellum. I think it's the coating on the vellum. Anyway, so wanted to make sure that did stick. So I did production style as much as I could. So I'm heating all of my vellum at the same time. I inked it, added my embossing powder, set them aside, and then applied heat all at the same time. So using my craft glue stick, I'm going to turn my vellum image over, and using a scrap piece of paper underneath, go ahead and apply that craft tacky glue all over the image, and you're not going to be able to see it when I mount this vellum to my card stock blank and that I've cut out with my scan and cut. And we'll place my acrylic block over top and just let that set, and I'm going to do all of those off camera. I did add some foam tape to the back of each of the Jingle Bell images off camera. So here I'm bringing my scoreboard back in just to use the corner. You can use the corner of your MISTI or any other tool that you might have. So I'm bringing, going to go ahead and add some liquid glue to the back of my 3/4 inch panels and affix those to the mat, the 1 inch mat, and then use my scoreboard to line those up on my 4x6 cardstock. I did use my paper trimmer to trim off the bottom edge just to even that up. Next, I'm going to bring in a red mat that I've cut to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and am applying some double-sided tape to the back of my focal panel, and I will remove the release paper, then add liquid glue to all of the sides, since I only use the double-sided tape on a couple of sides. I'm applying glue to all of the sides, and then that way I have some time to move that panel around and get it lined up. And so then I'm going to do the same for the back of my red mat and mount that onto my larger 5x7 green mat. I placed my acrylic block over top to help that set faster. Here I am removing the release paper from the back of my foam tape, and then I will affix this to the front of my panel. And I added some foam tape to the back of my sentiment, or at least the left side. I left the right side partially exposed and added liquid glue so that my whole sentiment would be level with my Jingle Bell image. Peeling back the sides of my double-sided tape, and then we'll add liquid glue to it, and then I realized that my card mat is a little smaller than my card base. So I took that off, let that glue dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim down my card base. And off camera, I will go ahead and do this for all of my cards so that when I'm ready to affix my panel, those bases are actually trimmed to size. And so here I'm going to go ahead and reapply that craft tacky glue to the back of my panel, and then go ahead and affix it to my card base. Once I get it positioned where I want it on my card base, then I will remove the remaining release paper from the tape and commit this to my card base. Just makes it easier to line up. And here I wanted to show you the inside of each of the cards. I did use that sleigh bells sentiment, and this is really meant to go on the outside of a card, but I thought I'd use it on the inside because I really wanted to use it on these cards today. Off camera, I assembled my remaining 7 cards, and now want to just share all of those cards with you. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if not a subscriber, will subscribe, give me a thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, good day, friends.